But first, we have brand new details in the heartbreaking death of Clark Atlanta University student Alexis Crawford.
Documents we obtained today reveal she was strangled by Barron Brantley. CBS 46 crime scene investigator Sheryl McCollum, she joins us live in studio. Sheryl, before all of this unfolded and we had learned the details of what had happened to Alexis, you had said that be warned, find her as soon as possible because she is in danger.
You know, it just was one of those cases that it reached me very quickly that the roommate, every single thing she said was just a red flag to me. Nothing about it rang true.
What was it that she said specifically, Sheryl, that put up a red flag for you?
Well, the very first thing, she kept, harping on the fact that the deadbolt was locked. How can that be? If somebody got her out of that apartment to kidnap her and to hurt her, they would not stop in the hall, put her down, and lock the door. And the other question is, where'd they get the key? It had to have been somebody that had a key.
Talk about the profile of her roommate, Jordyn.
Mm-hmm.
She posted on social media.
Sure.
She spent time with the family during the holidays.
Right.
And she was compassionate, at least appeared to be compassionate on social
Sure.
media. Help find my friend, help find me, only to find out later that she played part in her death.
All of that was trying to get away with it. If you look at her actions, not only was she a party to that crime by her own admission, she helped dispose of her body and she kept her mouth shut. And she tried to go, she tried to leave, she went to Detroit. So all of those things again tells us what was going on in her mind, and it was simply to get away with this crime.
You look at these three young people, Sheryl, their lives, in one case, their lives literally over, but these other two young people are going to have a long road ahead of them within the law enforcement community. Talk to us about the crime itself, the nature of the crime and how it was carried out based on those documents that we uncovered today. The strangled by hand, the plastic bag over the head. What is that?
Seems very personal, doesn't it? So you have one perpetrator that is strangling her with his bare hands, another perpetrator that I'm assuming comes behind her and puts a plastic bag over her head and helps him murder her. So again, very personal, seems like retribution. They literally, in my opinion, were trying to get rid of a witness. So this case, here's what's important for law enforcement. Their job does not stop at a confession. Even right now, this minute, they are working on getting their timeline perfect. Exactly what time did they leave the apartment? When did they return? Every text message, every phone call, everywhere they went, the pre and post behavior. They're looking at everything so they can put a timeline together that is airtight of exactly what happened to Alexis Crawford in real time.
The family made an appeal for help. Now that they know all the details, you as an investigator, how, and I want to be sensitive when I ask this question, but how do college students share information with authorities that they've been sexually assaulted and not face the fear of retribution like this, or even I'm not sure what all the details of the case, but why was she not protected after she made the complaint?
Hit this straight on. Alexis Crawford did everything in her power to protect herself, and she did everything right. She went to Grady Hospital, who has the greatest trauma nurses in this country. I would put them up against anybody. She told the story. She made the outcry. Her family knew some facts, I believe. So here's the thing. When you're young and you're in college, or even if you're not young, anybody that has been sexually assaulted, it is imperative that you have a plan. Not just make an outcry and tell somebody, but make a plan. Where do you go to stay safe? Who all needs to know this information? Tell as many people as you can.
Sheryl McCollum, we appreciate your insight. It is invaluable. This story has garnered so much attention nationwide. Yes. One of our top stories that are trending at CBS46.com. We're going to continue to follow it and apply the pressure to those involved that led to this young woman's death. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.